Hello there, podcast listeners. I am Jason, the Angry Ginger.
And I am Jeremy, that McBlizzard.
And we do a podcast called 7 Days a Geek.
Here's a few things we talk about. Movies, TV, comic books, cars, bitcoins, you name it.
Yes.
We talk about it.
We like to say we're a comedy podcast. One of the new things that we've done recently is we did a radio play.
We did.
One of those old-timey shit that your grandpa used to listen to, only this time we do it better with swear words. Gonna drop a clip right the fuck here.
Right here.
Let's go. All right, let's go. Now, just be quiet. You don't want to attract any attention. You just got to get the hell out of this room. Get down to the garage.
Why are we whispering?
I just said we don't want to attract attention. We don't want
From
to...
who?
They'll hear us.
Who?
The zombies, jackass.
Did we talk about this already?
What did I just tell you? What did I just tell you?
What?
Look, now they're coming. All right, let's get back in the room. Back in the room. Back in the room.
I don't have the key, dude.
What?
I don't have the key. I left it in there. I didn't even go back in there anytime soon. So let's go.
You did what?
I left the key in the room because we weren't going in there ever again. You said it yourself, basically what I remember.
Fuck it, we're gonna have to fight our way out of this.
Back. What'd you think?
I loved it.
You can find it on iTunes and Stitcher Radio, and we're also part of the Pod Gods Network.
Or 7daysageek.libsyn.com.
Just in case you're like, what's the name of that podcast again? 7 Days a Geek. Listen to us. Write it down. Ask Suri to set up a reminder. Get a fucking tattoo. Also, if you're thinking about starting your own podcast or know anyone who's interested in it, we're doing a new segment called Podcast 101, where you can learn everything there is to learn about podcasting. Starting in February, listen to 7 Days a Geek. Twice a week.
Twice a week.
Monster Movie Media presents
Blast from the past. Your weekly dose of laughing gas. If you don't like it, you can kiss my ass. 'Cause even James has a podcast. Even James has a podcast.
Howdy, and welcome to episode 71 of the Even James Has a podcast. I'm your host, James H. Carter the second. I wasn't second. It's like Vincent, sort of, whatever. Anyways, this podcast is presented and produced by Monster Movie Media. For your video and audio production needs, video production, podcast production, and consulting. And we produce original entertainment such as this podcast you're listening to. Check us out at monstermoviemedia.com. So what's up, guys? I'm sorry. I always talk to everyone as a whole like I'm on the radio or something, but I'm talking to you. Yeah, you are listening right now. I'm talking directly to you. It's just me and you. We're just chatting it up, having a great time. Yeah. So, hopefully everyone had a great Valentine's Day. Hopefully it was everything you dreamed of. I did get a chance to get out there the day after Valentine's Day and check out the new Die Hard movie. A Good Day to Die Hard. And, you know, I gotta say, it was very entertaining. It was very enjoyable. Kind of low on the substance. Not completely low, not like all the way down at Fast and Furious, which is, by the way, my guilty pleasure franchise. I love those movies. They're just so much fun and so simple-mindedly stupid and ridiculous. They're enjoyable, but it's not as low as that. But it is, you know, there were some plot twists that I didn't really see coming. But I mean, I wasn't even looking for them. I don't know. But I'm not, no spoilers here. But yeah, the more I think about it, A Good Day to Die Hard was very entertaining. Had a cool look to it, very grainy. I like that. What else was cool about it? Some of the stunts I thought were pretty cool. I thought they actually looked pretty realistic. They were so ridiculous and over the top. I kept looking to see like how are they doing this, or just waiting to see how it looks fake or something. I didn't see it at all. So I was like, yeah, this is pretty good. Interesting move to release it on Valentine's Day. Don't really know what that's about, but hopefully that worked out for them. I don't know, because that was just a few days ago. I'm recording this on the 17th of February, and maybe it might even come out today or later. It might tomorrow. I don't know. Whatever. So that was cool. Another thing that's been going on is this past week I got into a Facebook/iPhone game called Candy Crush Saga. And that really just drew me in. I mean, that is like mind control how addicted to that game I am. When did I start playing it? I don't know, some point this week, maybe Tuesday, and I've played it so much. And, I just sit there and just keep trying to beat levels, and it's so addicting that I actually made a decision to not play it at all today, which is hard because it's right there, on my phone and on my computer, so it's right there waiting for me. But I'm like, I want to do it, but then I just won't do anything else for hours. So I had to put forth some type of restraint. Have you guys played this one yet? I keep talking to everyone. It's such a bad habit. I need to talk directly to you. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm sorry. Have you played it? Do you like it? Is it good? Is it good? Yeah, it's good. What is that dumb voice I'm doing? Anyways, so let's get into the meat and potatoes of episode 71. We are going to deliver you the second part, the conclusion, the finale of a very long conversation I had with Miss Stephanie Harwin in regards to a very long 2-day movie marathon that I had taken part in, where I caught up on basically most of the movies that came out this summer. I watched them on demand, so I got to really catch up on a lot of stuff and talk about them. I talked about them with Stephanie, and she had something to say, and it was awesome. So, but it was so long, I chopped it in two. So yeah, after that, we do have a check-in from friend of the show, Mac Bronix. What the hell did I... Bronix? No, Mac Bronix. Mac Bronix. I keep throwing another R in there, dude. I'm sorry. Mac Bronix. Check him out at Mac Bronix on Twitter, which that's what he's going to be talking about. Is following his thoughts on people asking to follow them on Twitter. So I look forward to that. But here we go. How you doing? You feeling all right through this little marathon here? All right. I'm not gonna do every movie on this list, but we're cranking through here. Next movie, Ted.
It has been said that magic vanished from our world a long time ago. But if there's one thing you can be sure of,
I wish you could really talk to me.
it's that nothing is more powerful than a young boy's wish.
You're my best friend, John. I love you.
But eventually, everyone grows up.
I'm taking Lauren to dinner. You don't think she's going to be expecting something big, do you?
It's been 4 years, Johnny. You and me have been together for 27 years. Where's my ring? Huh? Where's my ring? Put it on my fuzzy finger. Where's my ring? Come on.
Knock it off.
All right, I'm just saying.
Man.
That's my bad. I was sending a tweet.
John.
Hi, Thomas. How are you?
If you please ask Ted to move out so we can move on with our lives.
I'm not that psyched to just, like, kick him out.
Oh.
Laurie, hey, you're home early.
Who are these girls?
Oh, my God, where are my manners? Laurie, this is Angelique, Heavenly, Shireen, and Sauvignon Blanc. I swear to God, her name is Sauvignon Blanc. Show her your Chevron card.
Ted, you gotta move out. I'll help you get on your feet out there, I promise.
Bring it in, you bastard. Come on.
I love you.
Sorry, that's the thing.
The old...
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know.
I met a girl.
Nice.
She's a cashier. You know what I like to do to her? Something I call a dirty fuzzy. Down here, not looking up your towel, swear to God, not looking at your funny business.
Sometimes I think back to that Christmas morning when I was 8 years old. I wish I'd just gotten a Teddy Ruxpin.
Why are you crying?
My junk gets squished by the TV.
I look stupid.
No, you don't. You look dapper.
John, I look like something you give to your kid when you tell him grandma died.
Ted is next on my Netflix queue.
Okay, so you obviously want to watch it if it's next on your queue.
I do, but I could be talked out of it. I'm not that committed to it. unlike Dark Shadows, it's like just like based on what people have been telling me. Like I actually wasn't on my queue, and then a lot of people, like my cousins, are telling me and like just recommended it or said it was like funny, and I was like, well, okay.
Okay,
so like I said, I'm not committed.
All right, well, here's my thoughts on Ted. Well, we're in front of it. Not a Family Guy fan.
Nor am I.
I was a fan of Family Guy like when it first came on.
Yeah.
But since it's been back, it's not really been something that's clicked with me. Right. Although Seth MacFarlane, is that his name? MacFarlane. He impressed me a lot this past year when he hosted SNL. Like he was
I heard
really
he was
funny.
Good on that.
Yeah, he's really funny, and obviously he's a great singer. And so when you could sing ridiculous things well, that's funny to me. Like shit, like So I was impressed by that. I wanted to see it theatrically, but I just never saw it. I was like, oh, it looks like it doesn't seem like Family Guy, So I watched it. And I will say that it is definitely really funny.
Okay.
Like it's definitely like a nonstop laughing type of thing for sure. I will say that there's a lot of jokes that are peppered throughout that are in poor taste that are not my sense of humor.
Yeah.
And that's weird to hear in a mainstream movie because it kind of like normalizes the poor taste of some of the jokes. It's like some like 9/11 joke. Some kind of rape joke.
That's not cool.
I mean, I'm not trying to talk you out of watching it. I'm just saying.
I'll watch it anyway.
I'm saying that they're peppered in there.
Okay.
I mean, that's not what the whole movie is.
Right.
But that kind of shit is very Family Guy.
Yeah.
Just to kind of like be out of left field and like try to push the extreme just for the sake of pushing the extreme. Right. And that's what I don't like about Family Guy. Like it's just, it's just being offensive for the sake of being offensive. So I'm not saying that I was personally offended. It was like, it was just more like, that's not my kind of humor to but that aside, like, I mean, it was just genuinely really funny. Like, and the thing that also was cool about it was kind of presented like a classic movie. Like, it's not like a wacky comedy. It's like, it almost has this vibe kind of like, I don't know, something that comes to mind is like Big. Like the movie, the movie Big with Tom Hanks, just kind of like a real nice classic jazz score, like a big, like it's a big movie, not like it's some like shitty late night comedy. It's not like the commercials make it look like it's like that.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, I feel like because of who's in it, that makes it seem like a bigger movie to me.
Right. No, yeah, I'm not saying it's all B-list. Like, I'm just talking like the content makes it seem like it would just be like,
okay.
They'd have fucking rock music as the score. I don't know, just but no, it's presented like it's very over the top. It's very cinematic. You could tell that Todd McFarlane's really wanted to do something like this. And
Todd.
What's his name? Todd? Is that his name?
No.
What's his name? I don't know. Seth. Who's Todd?
Todd is like the one behind Spawn.
Oh yeah, the toys and shit. Yeah. Seth. My bad. No, it was very good. And what else did I have to say about this? Oh, yes. It is time. It's time for America to stop fucking around and put Mila Kunis in a starring role. She plays the girlfriend in it. And she plays the fucking girlfriend and everything. It's like
forgetting Sarah Marshall.
She's playing a girlfriend.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
that's her like role.
Yeah, and she's great in those roles. I'm not saying that, but she is fucking great as an actress.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's ready. Whoa, you're not ready.
Man down. You just got me really excited.
Sorry. That's what I'm like. We're ready. Like, let's get her up front. Like, it's time. It's time for her to play the lead in a movie. I don't think she ever has.
Not that I can think of.
She's a treasure. She's beautiful. She's funny. She's classy. She can be crass.
Mm-hmm.
She was even the girlfriend in Black Swan.
She was a little evil in Black Swan.
Yeah, but she wasn't playing the.
But she wasn't the lead role.
She wasn't the lead role. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's time. I'm ready. Yeah. I'm ready. I think America's ready. Yeah. Let's see this. That's all I want to say.
I don't argue about that.
She was great. Okay. She was great in the movie. And apparently Ted is the highest rated R-rated comedy grossing, the highest grossing R-rated comedy of all time, beating out The Hangover 2. There's a sequel in the works. I'm not against the sequel, but it would be cool if it was just like not a franchise, like it was just an individual statement. Like here it is. Yeah. But Ted, 4 stars.
All right, I will be seeing
4 stars. I liked it more than I thought I would. Okay. I'll definitely say that. All right, so next is a movie called For a Good Time Call ...
This is my friend Katie. This is my friend Lauren. She's gonna drive you home, okay? Please.
Is this yours? Yeah, sorry, I think it's empty. Perfect! Stop! This is my new car! I do this all the time. Ta-da! See, spills that off. Get out. You're in hysterical! I can't afford an apartment by myself in the city.
I have a place for you.
Where? You.
Hi.
Sweetie, tell us some more about the new place. The apartment is spectacular. My roommate is whatever. Katie, there's no toilet paper. What? I can't hear you. I'm running late. Bye. Your dick looks so big. I'm scared. Let me out. I want to... I just... Come on my face. Gotta go. Bye. No. I get $1 a minute for a phone text line. Whatever they say, I just tell them I want to lick it. Like nipple guy, lick it, hairy balls, lick them all. Okay, ew. You're not better than me. You're not better than phone sex. I'm better than phone sex.
Listen, the job we called you in for was filled this morning.
I want to make 1/3 of the profits, and I'm not getting on the phone. It's strictly business.
Ooh, I like a little fire in there.
1877. Cindy, Aaron with the low hanger. Yes. Rachel, it's Shmokayim again. Oh, billing, please. Billing! We've made $12,000 in 3 weeks. I don't want to be boring anymore. I should be our second operator. All right. Now you just say the words as I point to them, okay? Hard cock jams. Say it like you mean it. I have a friend who's a girl, and I like it. I've had phone anal.
You had anal?
And this doesn't make me a whore.
A whore? No, this makes you awesome. You ladies are living some fucked up version of the American dream.
Just give us a call.
Surprise!
Oh my god. Hi.
Hard not to focus on this here. This
What? What are you talking about? Just kidding.
Titty fuck me.
Get back. Freeway. Yes, we can do that. I'm Kitty, and I'm here with my friend. I'm Caddy.
Hello, Kitty and Caddy. That's, guarantee you that's gonna confuse me once I start whacking off.
Jerry, come on. Flight's about to leave.
Dude, I'm jerking off in here, and you're ruining it. Just delay the flight, okay?
Have you heard of this?
I don't know.
It's
the title's too sort of. I'm not sure.
All right, it's a independent film, small release.
Yes.
The people that are in it, like when I looked them up because I didn't recognize them by name. I sort of recognized them. You know, I wasn't sure, and then when I looked and saw the movies they're in, I'd seen them in a whole bunch of movies playing supporting roles that were just forgettable. Like I didn't know, you know, didn't pick up on it, but basically what it is, it's this movie that these two girls kind of like are kind of forced to be roommates because this one girl doesn't want to lose her apartment, and they have a mutual friend, but they were enemies. They didn't get along, but their mutual friend kind of like set them up like, well, you need to live with her because you're not, and you can't do this.
Well, like a phone sex operator.
Yeah. So then,
okay, I remember seeing like.
So yeah,
trailers of this, I think.
yeah. That's it. So one is a phone sex operator, and then she talks the other girl into helping her do it or whatever, and so they kind of become phone sex operators.
This didn't seem interesting to me, so change my mind.
Okay, I will. I love this movie.
Okay. Oh.
Loved it. 5 stars.
5 stars.
5 stars.
Wow.
Okay. First of all, Justin Long is in it.
Okay.
And
I have no beef with him.
He's the friend, the mutual friend between them. Yeah. This is the 3rd movie that I've seen him play a gay character.
Yeah.
And all 3 of them are completely different performances.
That's interesting.
And the first one was that Jennifer Aniston movie with Vince Vaughn.
The Breakup.
The Breakup. And then the other one, which was eerily very similar to this movie in its plot, which is Zack and Miri Make a Porno. Did you ever see that movie?
I did see that.
So he played a gay character in that one, and I'm saying that this film is kind of eerily similar in its plot of 2 people have to do some type of sexual thing to to raise money.
Right.
And it's not a coincidence though, because where's the information here? I mean, well, this is a female-fronted movie. This is written and directed by females and starring female leads. You know, in all essence, maybe it was made for a female audience. Not sure, but I don't. Really
I don't feel like they marketed toward one, because when I saw it, I definitely didn't get that vibe from it.
Yeah, maybe they're trying to make it seem like it was kind of like a raunchy sex comedy.
Yeah,
or something like that.
I mean, I don't remember exactly, but I feel like,
I don't really feel that it was that type of movie at all. I thought the leads that played the lead actresses, what are their Ari Grainer, Ari, I don't know, and Lauren Miller. Like, I don't know who they are by name. Like, no. But when I looked them up, when I looked at their IMDb, I saw that they were in all these movies that I've seen. Right. But regardless, I was unfamiliar with them while I was watching them, and the one girl is kind of the one that's not a phone sex operator first. Her transformation, like of who she was at the beginning of the movie and who she revolves into, was amazing performance by this actress. Like, it was like it was really like, oh, I couldn't stand her in the beginning of the movie, and then you just see this natural evolution of like who she becomes, and like it was almost like she was playing like several different roles throughout the movie. So I was really impressed with her.
Come on, talk.
I'm waiting for you to put your phone down.
I'm not putting it down. Like, I have nothing to contribute to this conversation because I haven't
talking
seen
to
the
you.
movie. So talk.
All right.
Like, do too
Well, and you're not even putting the microphone in your mouth.
I'm not talking. You are.
All right. It's not a monologue. We've been talking. No, we have been talking. That's the difference between when I'm talking to you is that Stephanie talks back to me about what I said.
I don't care about whatever you're talking.
Whatever. Anyway, so here's the thing about the movie. I liked the performances. They were great. It is raunchy. Don't get me, obviously, just by the subject matter.
Don't get me wrong. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know. Like, it definitely is raunchy. Nothing to watch with your mom or anything, but yeah. And there's the thing. Like the whole time, this is a weird part about the movie, which made me realize like this is something really good, which made me really like it, was that all throughout every time they're doing phone sex and all that stuff, there's nothing about what was happening that was arousing.
Right.
It was goofy. It was silly. I'm sure that was the way that it was supposed to be presented.
Yeah.
Then there's this one scene where the caller wanted two girls on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
So they were doing phone sex together, and then the caller asked them to describe each other. What does it look like? And they start talking about each other. And these are two people that hated each other, and they've grown to not only really like each other, but you're not even sure whether or not they actually are starting to develop feelings for each other. And they start describing like how beautiful the other person is and what they love about them. And that to me was the most like arousing part of the movie. Like I was like, holy shit! Like that seemed like total like real. This whole movie we're watching all this goofy stuff, and then it's like, it was great. Karen's laughing at me. That's how I felt. I'm going to be honest with everyone here.
Your feelings.
I was like, wow, this is cool, and I'm not going to say what happens. Because that would be, that'd be a spoiler there. But that's when I know this is a quality movie. The woman that one of the women, I keep saying the woman, I don't know their names. One of them, when I looked up, I didn't know what movies they're in. I also saw that she was married, or she is currently married to Seth Rogen.
Okay.
So, which is funny because all the movies that she'd been in were all Seth Rogen movies. So this was like her first lead role, so you'd figure she was really good, so I don't know why she hasn't stepped up to the plate before. But Seth Rogen makes a cameo in it. He was in the trailer, that's why. And then also that's the parallels to Seth and Miri make a Zach and Miri make a porno. It's Seth Rogen's movie. I'm like, oh fuck. I loved it. It's a chick flick that I like, and
see, that's the thing. It sounds like to me a chick flick for dudes.
It's not.
And that's what I like. Judd Apatow movies, that's what they are to me. Chick flicks for dudes.
Okay.
That's what
I don't think this movie is for guys. I don't think this is not that though. This is not a Judd Apatow movie.
I'm now just because I want to see what my.
Yeah, I would like to hear. This is not a Judd Apatow movie at all. This is not that kind of thing. There's definitely a strong feminine energy in this film. Like for sure, I would say. The last movie we're going to talk about right now is Hope Springs.
Haven't caught that one yet.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary.
They are so beautiful. Oh, Arnold.
So what did you guys get each other?
Yeah, 31. What gift is that? Silver, ivory?
Oh, we got each other the new cable subscription.
Oh, great.
It's a lot of channels. If you're wondering, it feels like Arnold and I aren't going towards anything anymore. I want a real marriage again.
I think for that to happen, we would have to risk everything just to shake things up.
It's not impossible, and it's not too late.
When you want to go to intensive couples counseling in Maine.
The flight leaves tomorrow. I'm going to be on it.
I hope you're happy.
Kay and Arnold, I'm so glad you're here.
Well, that makes one of us.
You two have come here to try to restore intimacy to your marriage.
This is insane. We're not 22 years old anymore.
I would like to assign you your first exercise. Tonight, I would like you to spend a period of time with your arms around one another.
I think we better stop.
I'm going to ask you to take a leap of faith and try something.
I'm looking for sex tips for a straight woman from a gay man.
It's most likely way out of your comfort zone.
I'm just not. That's not me. I just can't do that.
You come up here, you spend 1 week, and you're supposed to have a new marriage.
Arnold, your wife is very unhappy, and you have to ask yourself, have I done all I could?
Trying to get the old magic back? Join the club, honey. Who in here is not having sex?
It's not too late for anyone who truly wants it and is willing to try.
I wonder if he talks to his wife like that. Mildred, I find it very interesting that you are naked.
But you gotta keep your head up.
We're doing so well, we might be able to get out of here early. Okay, next step. What is it? Write a poem, hold hands in public, sing a serenade?
It's sex.
We should just get our things and go.
Arnold, did you have fantasies?
The threesome?
With?
Carol.
Carol with the corgis?
Hi! You got another corgi!
I know.
But 3's the limit.
Yeah. So you haven't seen Hope Springs?
I haven't. It's not on my queue currently.
So you're not interested in it?
Once again, unless you change my mind. No.
All right. So you seem surprised that I've seen this film.
I wouldn't say so. I'm not surprised by anything. Anything you see. I mean, it doesn't seem like your genre, like something that you would,
right? Yeah.
You know, be into.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
But stranger things have happened.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a film that is about an older couple trying to rekindle their relationship.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, that's what it's being advertised as, right? What it actually is a movie about an old couple trying to figure out how to fuck each other again.
That sounds even worse. Like that makes me want to see it even less.
I'm not trying to be persuasive here. I'm just giving you the facts.
I know, and I'm just telling you my opinion.
I mean, that's literally what it happens. Like, that's what the movie's about. Not, you know, there's some love in there, sure, but you know, like that's what actually happens. I did not want to watch this movie. I mean,
yeah,
I didn't put it on. It was not my choice. I could have gone my whole life not watching this movie.
Right.
But, you know, sometimes when you're forced to watch movies you want to watch, you know, you get exposed to some things that, you know, you didn't know was out there. I watched this movie, I think it was Christmas Eve. I think it was like, you know, after all the Christmas family activities, I was staying at my grandparents' house.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, my mother and my father and my grandfather and my grandmother were all sitting in the living room.
You watched people
and
about
they
old people having sex with your parents, not just your parents, but your parents and your grandparents. That just sounds like a nightmare scenario.
Okay, like I was just sitting in there, and then they
were like an innocent bystander.
Yeah, I was, and then I'm like, they usually, the four of them, put on shows that I find boring.
Right.
You know, every hour drama that's on CBS or TNT or some shit. And, you know, I'm there visiting my family. You know, I could fucking be antisocial and just fucking go in the other room and sit on my phone. But it's like, okay, let me sit down and sort of watch whatever they're watching and, you know, fuck around on my phone or whatever, you know.
Right.
And that, you know, and they were trying to pick a movie and they picked Hope Springs. And I'm like, oh, that looks like it sucks. So I'm like, oh, whatever. I'll just sit here and not really pay attention or whatever. But I will say this, that it was an okay movie, independent of watching it with my grandparents. Like, it really wasn't that bad. Like, it was a pretty decent movie. Like, Steve Carell is, you know, plays this therapist, and, you know, and just, you know, seeing he's good.
Yeah.
But fucking Tommy Lee Jones and Meryl Streep, like they were like fucking acting like their life depended on it. Like, Tommy Lee Jones was on fire, man. Like he was fucking cracking me the fuck up, man. He was just like, because that's what made me start paying attention to the movie was Tommy Lee Jones. Like he was just like, he was out of control. Like he was great. And then through that, I'm like, oh, Meryl Streep did her thing. No, I'm not usually the kind of person that would say Meryl Streep did her thing. I don't really follow what Meryl Streep does, but
she usually does.
You know, yeah. But she, are you on?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was off. So yeah, it was pretty bad. I mean, especially since that was the premise, was an older couple, like she goes and buys bananas to track this.
Oh, I saw that in the commercial. I think when I saw that in the commercial, I was like, I'm literally never seeing this movie.
She tries to give him a blowjob in a movie theater.
And you're watching. I'm just thinking about who you're watching this with.
No, it was a challenge. You know, it was like it had to make light of what was going on. You know, like it had to.
That's just so. I feel awkward.
I've had to watch some sexual scenes in movies with my mother before.
Yeah.
You know, and it is, you know, so it wasn't the first time that I had to deal with that.
Right.
And, you know, it just kind of made light, you know, like it's surreal. It's almost as that these sexual acts that you know what they are something else. Like,
it just, like if you're watching it by yourself, you wouldn't really think anything.
I wouldn't have even thought about it. You know, but then it's like it's something else. Like this is alien to me. You know, like. And then it even got more awkward.
Oh no! How much I can't even, like, what could even get worse than that?
Because basically, Tommy Lee Jones was really funny in the movie, right? I was fucking dying laughing. Not dying. I was chuckling. Some hearty chuckles.
Yeah.
I don't mean to exaggerate, but and you know, my dad was laughing at what Tommy Lee Jones was saying. And my grandfather was laughing at Tommy Lee Jones. You know who wasn't laughing at what Tommy Lee Jones was saying? My mom and my grandma. Because he was being an asshole. You know, so you know, that vibe is pretty fucking, that's just like tension building. You know, and as the film progresses, my grandmother's, it's really depressing. It's kind of, you know, it's not very happy.
It's like getting worse and worse.
You know, so as it progresses, my grandma says, "Oh, it's like I thought this was a comedy."
That's sort of how they feel like they advertise.
Right, yeah. And then my grandfather goes, "I'm laughing." And I don't remember exactly what my grandmother said. She was, you know, an unapproving comment about, you know, oh no, she said you shouldn't be laughing. Like that's what she said.
Wow.
Okay. And then my grandfather has the best response to that. He was like, "I'll cry the next scene."
Wow.
So like, you know, this is obviously pushing some like some buttons, you know, like, and which makes it even like worse than anything.
Get me out of here.
It was tough. But
I feel for you, brother.
I got through it. I fucking got through it though, man. I was like, I mean, after this, I mean, we might as well just put on a porno, man. Like,
right.
I mean, I don't even know what else is there to watch. We watched a movie about old people trying to fuck, like, with my grandparents, like.
They should have like warnings on movies.
That should be
or something like that.
That should have had a warning. Yeah, don't watch this with your grandparents. You know, like
that's the least they could do.
100%. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, I overall it was a decent movie. You know, like I will say that. Like it was very depressing. You know, for sure, but it was just well done. Like I thought it was okay. I would say put it in your queue and check it out and think about.
I feel awkward about even watching it by myself now because I'll be thinking about you watching it with your parents.
Definitely think about some of the scenes that I had to sit through.
But now, like once again, like now I'm curious to like see it.
Yeah, I would say watch it. I'm gonna give it 3 stars. You know, it's a decent movie. It's a movie I wouldn't have watched otherwise.
Right.
I'm trying to think of the other movie that it was something my mom put on, And it sucked so bad because it was just me and my mom. No one else was there. I can't remember what the hell it was. Does that ring a bell to you, Karen? It was something the past year or two. I don't remember what the fuck it was, but yeah, it's tough. It's tough when you have to go through those things. But I sat there, and I'm like, well, I'm 36 years old.
That's the thing. We're not children, but it still feels weird.
It's like I was waiting for them to say, "Oh, maybe you shouldn't watch this." Like, and I would have been like, "Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think I'm old enough."
yeah.
I think it's my bedtime. I think I gotta wait for Santa to get here. Interesting movie for sure. It was filmed in it was filmed close to where they live in Connecticut, even though it was supposed to be Maine. Yeah, I think that does it. I think that we have gone through all the movies I've seen recently. I still have not seen, and I say still because the last podcast, so about how excited I was to see This Is 40 and Django Unchained. I still have not been able to see that, so we could bring that up next time and see how it's going.
There's a lot of movies I want to see right now.
Theatrically or just like
theatrically?
Like what?
Django Unchained, Lincoln.
Well, that's almost done, right?
Silver Linings Playbook.
I don't think I want to see that. I'm on the I see the commercial for it, and I'm like, does that look good or doesn't it? I mean, what is it even about?
I don't really know, but I love Jennifer Lawrence, Katniss, and
wait, who's Jennifer Lawrence?
She's like the lead in it. She also plays Katniss in the Hunger Games movie.
Okay.
And it's just gotten like every actor in it, I think, was nominated for something. That's like the first time that's happened, and I forget like how many years. It's just supposed to be really good. I've heard
Oscar?
I've heard just like Robert De Niro's in it too. Bradley Cooper, who I could do without him, but just supposed to be really good.
I'm probably not going to see it. So if you see it, you could say it because I'm just kind of like, I don't know. And
obviously, Les Mis, but I'm gonna wait for that to come out. But I'm sure I'll see it.
That movie, it looks, the things I've seen of it, like visually, like the grand scope of it, looks like visually incredible. I've never seen the show or anything.
I haven't either,
but
which is surprising.
The only thing I've heard about it is just how miserable. I mean, it's called Miserable, obviously, but just how super over depressing it is. But one thing I did like that piqued my interest in it was that the music performances were recorded on set.
Instead of in like a studio.
Yeah, because that's there's a lot of reasons I don't like musicals, and that's one of them too. It just kind of really takes me out because it just goes from sounding like you're in a recording studio, and the environments that they're in look like, like pretty shitty, So it's like it'd be interesting to hear singing in those type of environments. So I would watch that movie because it looks good. It looks quality. It looks like it delivers on that level. What else do you want to see?
That's all I can think of off the top of my head. There are more things. But those are the main.
What's that new movie? That I think it just came out this week. The new Ryan Gosling movie.
Gangster Squad. I do want to see that, but I saw it has terrible reviews.
Yeah,
which just means that it'll be more of a Netflix than going to see it. But if it got really good reviews, I actually might have gone to see it because I'm totally into that kind of movie. Like I love Ryan Gosling. But
yeah, I mean, for me, reviews don't matter at all.
They matter more to me. I don't just look at one. Like I look at like a Rotten Tomatoes or something. Like I need like some consensus. Right. And I'm not saying that means I'm going to like it or not, or even that I'll listen, but it gives me an idea of if it's worth like.
But I could just, on the flip side of that, I could just even say that Dark Shadows got really bad reviews, and I was telling you that how much I enjoyed it.
I still want to see it. I'm just saying I'm not going to go to the movie theater to see it.
Okay.
It's more determines that. Like if I'm interested in seeing something, I don't care. I'll see it at some point, regardless of the review. Right. But it's like, how soon am I going to run out and see it?
All right, fair enough. I think it looks good, Gangster Squad. I want to see it. I will say that because of Drive, the Ryan Gosling film, that that film made me a Ryan Gosling fan.
I mean, I had already been a Ryan Gosling fan. That just continued to me being like, and I just generally like the movies that he's in. Like, I can't think of a movie that he was in that I saw that I didn't like. Maybe they haven't been my favorite movies ever, but in general, they're like really good.
Well, what are the other movies he's mostly been in, I could say, are movies I wouldn't watch and that I'm not interested in at all. And I kind of thought that he was kind of playing without seeing them. I'm just saying, he's the new recent Pretty Boy or something. He didn't have any chops, but in Drive, like, he was like amazing. Like, I really honestly am a fan of his after watching the movie. Like, I'm like,
yeah.
What are the other movies that
he was in? That one, what am I totally forgetting? I'm blanking out what it's called, with George Clooney last year about politics. Oh my God, what was it called? That was pretty good. Which is my favorite, Lars and the Real Girl. Crazy Stupid Love, which is not a movie that I thought I would like.
It looks. I would check that out.
No, I liked it.
Yeah, he was in that. I don't remember.
The end annoyed me, but yes, he's like a major part of that.
All right. I mean, I like Lars and the Real Girl. Just want to point that out.
Yeah.
I don't think that's not the kind of films I'm talking about that he's typically in. I thought that was kind of like,
naming all the ones I can think of, like I said, that George Clooney one. I can't think of anything.
What's that? I don't know that George Clooney one. I mostly don't like George Clooney.
I don't either. I only saw it because Ryan Gosling was in it. Let's be real. I wouldn't have seen it otherwise.
I mean, I love From Dusk Till Dawn, but and I think he nails it. George Clooney's good in that, but
the Ides of March.
Yeah, I would never watch that.
That's okay.
Not interested in that one.
I would recommend Crazy Stupid Love.
Okay, yeah, I was like, that looks okay. That one I would check out at some point. Wasn't he in The Notebook?
I didn't like The Notebook.
That's the kind of movie I'm talking about. That's what I associate him with.
So when I saw The Notebook, I don't know when, at some point, not when it came out, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, like Ryan Gosling." Like, I didn't like the movie. Was not into him. I didn't give a shit.
Okay.
I guess when I saw Lars and the Real Girl, I got really into him.
That was your Notebook.
Pretty much. And after that, I was a fan.
All right, so that's where you're coming from.
And I'm saying, like, since then, he hasn't done any movies like The Notebook. Like, just the ones I listed, those are the ones that I saw. I can't think of any. I mean, I guess he's done maybe some others, but those are the major ones.
Yeah, I thought he's done nothing but movies like that. Like, and then and before I watched Drive, like, that was kind of my association with him. Well, I guess I was mistaken. I need to catch up.
I'm really into him, like him and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I really enjoy him a lot. I just think he's such. You don't like expect him to be like a good actor, I guess.
Who you talking about?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah.
But he's another one. Like, I just generally enjoy the movies that he's in, and he just has played so many different characters, and I feel like he plays them really well.
I mean, I like him, but I actually see a common thread in all of his performances. I don't really feel like he's bringing something that different,
I feel like it's the same with Ryan Gosling, though. Like, it's like he has this like even though Crazy Stupid Love, you can't compare that to Drive, he's still Ryan Gosling.
Okay.
Like, he just has this like thing about him, I guess,
right,
that it's like it's still him. Like, he always is like super. Like, he has this like charm.
Right.
Well,
I don't, but
you would if you saw these movies.
Okay,
and I would say out of all the movies, like Lars and the Real Girl, like he's not really Ryan Gosling.
Right.
The newer movies.
That's why I keep forgetting that he was in that movie.
Gosling,
right. Yeah, that's why I keep forgetting he played that role.
Yeah.
Because it's so not what I think of him.
Right.
With Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I always fuck up his name. That's his name, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the first time I remember who he is and he left an impression on me was in that movie I can't remember the name. 500
Days of Summer.
And I feel like
same here.
I feel like he can't leave that stigma for me when I watch him in movies.
I still think of him as that. Did you see 50-50?
Yeah.
Like, I thought he plays generally like he's a likable person. I just thought he was really good in that. Like, I really liked that movie a lot.
Yeah, I thought it was a great movie. I mean,
and then like The Dark Knight Rises, like that's not the same kind of. I mean, he's still like a good guy, but I felt like he.
he's not the same, but I'm saying I still saw
That's it.
it was him.
You're gonna see, if you start seeing more Ryan Gosling movies, I feel like you're going to feel the same way.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't think I'm going to watch movies just because
I know,
Ryan
but I'm saying
I'm just saying if he's in
I'm
it,
saying
that's cool.
If you
but
come across movies, I think you're going to find the same thing. Like, it's still him. I mean...
Right. The character he plays in in Dark Knight Rises, I didn't really get lost. I mean, he was good. I'm not saying he sucked in the movie, and he was not playing that typical character of him, but it just seemed like it's good. It's him later in his life when he's not, when life's been tough a little bit. Like I still saw, like, that little nice guy, and
Yeah.
Now he's supposed to play.
He's going to be in Sin City.
Yeah, no, I don't know where I was playing that. He is rumored. I don't know if it's a rumor or not, but basically they're making a Justice League movie. Have you heard of this?
I don't know.
Yeah, they're supposed to be making a Justice League movie, and the new Superman movie that's coming out is supposed to be tied in. They're trying to do Avengers type thing, and the new Superman movie that's supposed to be tied into it is is part of that universe. I'm not sure if the Green Lantern movie is the one or not, but anyways. He is rumored or thinking of for playing Batman in the Justice League movie.
I didn't hear that.
Because obviously the Christopher Nolan Batman universe is now done.
Right.
That's not being incorporated in that.
I feel like they wouldn't do that though.
No, I'm really serious. I'm going to look it up right now. I really feel like because
what's
I know,
particularly since maybe if he wasn't in The Dark Knight Rises, I'd be like, okay, I can see that. But the fact that he was in it and he's Robin, you can't. Even though it's a totally different movie,
right.
It's not really.
Well, he's not Robin though.
Well, whatever.
That's the thing. He's not really Robin. He's actually supposed to. The debate is to make you think, oh, it's like Robin, but he's taking over for Batman at the end of Dark Knight Rises because he brings him to the Batcave.
I mean, I don't have a problem with that.
But
he's going to be in Sin City, A Dame to Kill For.
Oh.
He tweeted that the other day. This one's no mere rumor, and it's going to be fun as fuck. Sin City, A Dame to Kill
Yeah, it's just a rumor. This Justice League thing. But it's a strong rumor.
I don't have a problem with that. I actually like that.
And it could be cool if it's actually
because think who else right now is gonna play Batman? Who would you want to see? So, okay, say it could be anybody. Who would you want to play Batman?
Okay, not him. I'm not bummed about it, but he's definitely far down the list of anyone I would think of. Fuck. I mean, when what's his ass was cast. Why am I looking at his name?
Christian Bale?
Yeah. When he was cast, I thought that was a great casting. At the same time, when Michael Keaton was cast, it was totally that's weird, but it worked. Yeah. But so when you start thinking of somebody that's tough or something like that to come in through, but as first choices, but so I thought Christian Bale was when he heard that I was like, oh, okay, right on.
A little more manly.
Yes.
A little older.
Right. I can't even think of anyone, to be honest.
I'm not saying that means he's the one, but I'm just saying that, right now, there's no one on the top of my head that I'm like, oh, they should be playing it.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone at all. I don't think just leave Batman out of the new Justice League movie.
Right.
But
yeah, I don't like that idea in general of Batman being in a Justice League movie.
Yeah. Let me say here. It's just a rumor, but I mean,
yeah.
What the new Justice League movie will bring us is a new Wonder Woman.
Now, who's going to be playing Wonder Woman?
No one's cast.
I know who I would like to play Wonder Woman.
Okay, who?
I'd like to see Eliza. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Dushku. I've always thought she'd be a good Wonder Woman, and her name was sort of out there when Joss Whedon was kind of working on a movie because she was on Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say that's who I would want to play Wonder Woman. I mean, I guess she could pull it off. I mean, I don't have a pick or anything, but Actually, I mean, it's funny because whoever the actress that plays Xena really is who I would think.
Lucy Lawless.
Yeah.
But I feel like she's old now.
I know. She's past her prime. I know, but I don't know. That's just kind of what I think of. I'm just like,
yeah.
It's too obvious. I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know too much. There's not too much information about this Justice League movie. It's just the rumor mills are out there, and this rumor started in December. The Joseph Gordon.
But I feel like that's sort of like an obvious rumor that someone would start because, like, we both said it's not like there's anyone else you can think of, and it's obvious to pick him based on the movie. So I don't feel like I can lend a lot of credence to that.
I'm trying. Well, look into it. I mean, it's out there.
Whatever. Good for him. I wish him well.
It has not been denied, and it's been over a month.
All right.
You figured if it was like a strong no that.
But I don't feel like they're ever in a hurry to deny something like that.
No, I mean he would deny it.
I mean, what does he care?
No.
If people are saying it or not, it does. It has people talking.
I guess.
Guys would be like, I am not playing Batman, you guys. Like, this is a terrible rumor. Like, what's he going to say?
All right. Well, we'll see what happens with that. I don't know what I think. I did see the trailer for the new Superman movie, and I thought it looks really good.
The world's too big, Mom.
Then make it small. Focus on my voice. Pretend it's an island out in the ocean. Can you see it?
I see it.
My son was in the bus. He saw what Clark did.
You have to keep this side of yourself a secret.
What was I supposed to do? Just let him die?
Maybe.
I have so many questions. Where do I come from?
You just have to decide what kind of man you want to grow up to be, Clark. Whoever that man is, he's going to change the world.
My father believed that if the world found out who I really was, they'd reject me. He was convinced that the world wasn't ready. What do you think?
And I'm not necessarily like a Superman fan or anything like that. And did you see the trailer?
No.
No, it looks really good. Like it actually, like you won't even like realize it's a Superman trailer until like halfway through. So I'm into it. I typically like comic book adaptations. Your thing's about to die. Some movies because I don't read comics, but I think that the stories are great, and I usually like the adaptations, even the ones that people think are like shitty movies, like Daredevil and Elektra. Like I like those movies, So I just kind of like that, and I like that they're making them more serious and darker, and it's obviously inspired by Dark Knight's success, But whatever. So all right, I don't know about. I guess the only there's a lot of small movies I would see that are coming up, but the next movie I'm like really excited about doesn't come out till March, which is Oz the Great and Powerful.
I heard about that.
Have you seen the trailer?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's so awesome! It stars James Franco as the Wizard of Oz.
Oh my god!
It's a story of how when he first gets to Oz, and
I do love him.
Mila Kunis is in it as one of the witches. It looks so badass. It's directed by Sam Raimi. It's put out by Disney, so it's got basically that combination of the money to do whatever Sam Raimi comes up to, and then Sam Raimi's like approach and twist on things, like it's kind of like a no-fail combination for me to enjoy it. I don't know. I mean, who knows if it's going to fail at the box office or not, but I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's going to be pretty badass, and the way that the trailers have these hints of the Wicked Witch of the West. Like you see like one, like her scrape at something, you see a silhouette. It's helping build the anticipation for the reveal of the Wicked Witch. Looks pretty good. So that's what I'm looking for. So
cool.
That's movies. So thanks for talking to me about movies. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So yeah, you got any shout outs, any plugs? People want to find you, talk to you.
I don't have a Facebook page and don't want to talk to anyone online. Do not contact me.
All right, cool. All right. So we're out of here.
Bye.
Later.
Looked dead, didn't I? Well, I wasn't.
Even James is a podcast. Podcast is back with more megabytes than you can handle.
What is a megabyte? Well, what a megabyte is, it's basically a million bytes.
Yeah.
And there's 8 bytes.
Yeah.
Basically to a bit.
Uh-huh.
We're the bomb.
Okay, shut up. Stop talking.
Hey, James, you know what I noticed? A lot of times on Twitter, people are like, I've got so many number of followers, I want to get it up to, whatever. Follow me on Twitter. The thing about Twitter is if people, to get people to follow you, interact with people. There's always people on, that post and post and post, and, you make responses. And, I don't care if it's all about the interaction on Twitter. I mean, I just say, when I go online and I see somebody that's just like, follow me on Twitter, and I'm like, why? People follow people because there's interaction with whatever they're doing. I'm not saying that you have to have a personal relationship with this person or whatever, but I'll give for example the whole Keith and the Girl show. The Keith and the Girl show, they have a forum, they have webcam, and really, they're not asking people, hey, follow us on Twitter. There's a community, so you go in there, you interact with people, you go about your business, But when people say follow me on Twitter, I'm just like, no, I'm not following you on Twitter because, do you have anything to say? I mean, or is it interesting? I mean, it's just crazy, and I don't even know how you get people to. I don't know how you even send a request on Twitter to follow, to have someone else even follow you. I can't even remember how we even got in contact, because I was just listening to the show. I was just like, well, hey, let me post on Twitter, but I just it's just it just irks me sometimes when I go on Twitter and I see people like follow me on Twitter, because it's just like, leave the contact information and respond to people's posts and people will follow, and then it just grows later.
Well, that being said, follow me on Twitter at James H. Carter 2. Not because I want numbers, but because I do want to talk to you. You can follow me on Twitter, and 2 is the number, not the word. You can follow the show on Twitter at James Podcast. Visit our website, theevenjamespodcast.com. That'll link you to everything: Facebook, YouTube, Vimeo, iTunes, Stitcher. All the fun things are all there and stuff. All right. I guess it's time for me to go. I'm sorry that this time has happened to arrive right now, but that's what happens in life. Time moves forward, and good times go by so fast. So anyways, let's talk about something here before I get out of here. And let's talk about the state of the Even James Has a podcast. Since I guess about October-ish, I don't know, sometime around Superstorm Frankenweenie Storm Sandy. The show is pretty much not really happening that much. And a major reason of that is that the show, obviously, you've been listening, you know. If you're a new listener, then you don't, whatever. But the show has basically become a conversation between myself and my co-hosts, Mark and Phil. And so we would get together and chat it up. And it has become literally impossible to get together those guys and record the show. So, I thought about maybe, trying to do something else with the show, and I just kind of realized, there's other things I want to do. So this isn't the end, the goodbye, thing, but, this is an official hiatus. That's what this is. It's an official hiatus. Because there's other things I want to put my efforts in. I started the show almost 6 years ago. That's what we're creeping up on now. I guess it would have been something to wait till the 6-year mark, which I guess is sometime in March. But whatever. But we're going now. Yeah, there's other podcasts that I'm launching, and that's just what's up. I will definitely come back. Well, there'll be random episodes depending on if I have something to say or I talk to someone about something or whatever. And they'll also be talking about the new shows once they're launched. It'll just be kind of sporadic. So I say it's an official hiatus, but it's more just sporadic, I think. Some of the other shows I have in development. One I've been talking about for a long time, and I really trying to get this thing launched. It's just there's a few roadblocks, but that would be Creepy Kingdom. That is a podcast about the creepy parts of the Disney films and theme parks, which I am a huge fan of that stuff. So I decided to throw my hat into that arena with my little flair. So we don't have any episodes up. The website is launched, though. It's creepykingdom.com. We post a lot of articles and fun pictures there, so you can check that out. Another one of the works is I want to do kind of an interview series. So I'm not quite sure exactly how or theme that's going to be or how I'm going to angle that. I'm still figuring that out. I was thinking about maybe incorporating that into this show, but I'm kind of a bit of a fresh start. So that's not going to be in that one. Another one that says in development is it's kind of a local podcast to the New Jersey area, or the Jersey Shore area, as it were, which is it's called the Jersey Shore Small Business Spotlight, which it's pretty self-explanatory. We're going to be talking, and I say we because there's a few other people involved in this project, talking to business owners of the Jersey Shore and spotlighting them up. So there's that, and the last one I have in development, is something that focuses on new media marketing, which is using podcast, social media, blogging, videos, the whole nine, on how all those things can how you can market your services or your business or your films or your music or whatever through these means, and more effectively than old media with micro marketing, target marketing, or whatever they want to call it. I'm deep involved in that world, and I just want to go a little deeper. I want to talk to some of the people that make it happen. So if that's something that interests you, don't have a website or anything for that yet, or even a name. So just get ready for that. So those are some of the things that are coming up. So that's why the show is going on a sporadic official hiatus. So if you listen this far on the show, you're privy to this information. I'm not making an official press release or statement. Just it is what it is, man. This is what's up. So, thank you for listening to this one. And until we meet again, keep one foot in the gutter and the other in the grass.